Good evening, I'm Barkha Dutt and you're watching the Mojo Story, our independent digital platform that does a deep dive into the big issues of the day. On the program today, during the course of the special broadcast, we will have the election dates for 5 states. We're back in election season, and of course, the big election is going to be the one in Bengal. Every day there are new developments. That is really where the BJP's eye is after its very, very impressive improvement in its performance in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. We have today Smriti Irani, Union Minister for Women and Child Development, taking a leaf out of the Bengal Chief Minister's book. We saw Mamata Banerjee on a scooter a few days ago, and today it was time for Smriti Irani to take out her own scooter rally. This on a day when the Bengal Chief Minister has actually announced a new package, a new wages package for daily wage laborers. Now, on the program today, we'll be getting a spectrum of voices from Bengal to talk about what are the issues that are going to define this election. And let's introduce our special panel on the program straight away. If we can have everybody introduced one by one. We're first joined by Manoj Tiwary. Manoj Tiwary, of course, we know as a cricketer, and now he's in his new avatar as a cricketer turned politician, joining the Trinamool Congress. We're also joined on the program by Indradeep Bhattacharya, who's a columnist and a journalist. Welcome to the program. We're also joined by Anik Dutta, who's a filmmaker and a commentator. Welcome to the program. We're joined by Angimitra Paul, who's the president of the BJP's Mahila Morcha in West Bengal. Welcome to the program. And we're also joined by Snigdhendu Bhattacharya, who's a journalist. So we have a full house here, and we have the dates that are going to come out any moment now for that Bengal countdown. But like I said, there are announcements coming every day, and this is really an election where it could be Mamata Banerjee versus Narendra Modi. And let me start with that question to you straight away, Agnimitra, if I can. It is often said that Bengal is the one state where the BJP doesn't have a face. So in other words, this is going to be a Mamata versus Modi battle. Is that how you see it? And please unmute yourself. Agnimitra, go ahead. Go ahead and please unmute yourself. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
I missed your question, Barkha.
Do you see this as a Mamata versus Modi battle because the BJP doesn't have a local face it can project as chief minister?
No, not actually. It is Mamata versus the people of Bengal. Because the Honorable CM has kind of failed the people of Bengal. It is not Mr. Modi. It is like, of course, Mr. Modi is there. But the people of Bengal has realized that if we want a solution to our problems, Honorable CM has cheated us. And the only option and the best option is BJP.
You don't think, Agnimitra, that it matters that there is no local face? When you say it's Mamata versus the people of Bengal, what do you exactly mean? Because every party needs a face. And in this particular case, it seems that face will be the Prime Minister.
Of course, Honorable Prime Minister definitely is a all India face. But over here with the problems that the Bengal people has been suffering, the issues, and you have seen that BJP in many other states, we haven't given a face before elections. So I don't think a face really matters over here. What matters is that there is no women's security in West Bengal. And Mamata Banerjee being a women leader from 2011, from Park Street rape case, from Kamduni, till day before yesterday, a rape of a 14-year-old girl murdered and killed in Purbo Bardhaman, in Bardhaman East. Not a single day has gone when there hasn't been atrocities on women. And very strangely, Mamata Banerjee has been keeping quiet. She protests from Birla Planetarium, taking the Red Road with thousands of people for the Hathras case. But she doesn't utter a word of protest for the girls, for the Durgas who are dying every day in West Bengal. So the women of Bengal, first the women of Bengal wants a change.
So do you believe that the women will be the major tilting factor in this election? Agnimitra, do you believe that the
Of course,
women will
yes.
take...
Yes, it is. Because see, for the last 10 years, the women, the women haven't got any job opportunity.
Okay, so you believe the women are going to tilt the outcome of this election. Let me take this to
They will be
Manoj
the
Tiwary.
decision makers of this election. They will be the decision makers of this election.
Okay, Manoj Tiwary, we saw you as a cricketer. We saw very outspoken tweets from you when a lot of the cricketers, other cricketers, your colleagues were taking some other side. उस समय लगा कि आप अपना एकदम mind बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन अब तो सब कहेंगे कि आप उस समय इतने outspoken थे because you were going to join politics, Manoj. तो सबसे पहले तो मैं आपसे पूछूंगी, before we look at your tweets and what made you do them, ये politics में आने का फैसला आपने कैसे किया?
देखिए, फैसला बहुत कारणों की वजह से मैंने लिया है। एक तो मेरे लेफ्ट नी में इंजरी है जिसको उभरने में 3-4 महीने लगेंगे, और मैं 35 साल का हो चुका हूँ और मैं बहुत रियलिस्टिक सोचता हूँ, और मेरे लिए अभी इंडियन टीम में कमबैक करना बहुत मुश्किल है, क्योंकि इंडियन टीम ऑलरेडी एस्टैब्लिश हो गई है और एक पैटर्न और एक सिस्टम से चल रही है अभी टीम। अगर कोई फेल करता है तो सेकेंड बैच के प्लेयर्स ऑलरेडी रेडी हैं, तो मेरा वहां मौका बनना बहुत मुश्किल है। इसी दौरान हमारे ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ममता बनर्जी का मुझे कॉल आया था। उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि मेरे लिए लड़ना है, तो वो जब ये मुझे फोन कॉल की तो उस समय मेरा ये सब चल रहा था, तो मुझे लगा कि ये सही समय है आने का। और इसके अलावा मैं लोगों को बोल दूं, आपके जितने भी दर्शक हैं यहाँ पे, कि मैं ऑब्वियसली क्रिकेटर हूँ, पर मेरा रुचि बहुत सारे चीजों में है। मैं बहुत सारे अलग अलग इश्यूज पे भी मैं बहुत फॉलो करता हूँ। मेरे हमेशा सोचता हूँ कि और कितना ज्ञान ले सकूँ फ्रॉम डिफरेंट फील्ड्स ऑफ लाइफ एज वेल। तो मैं पॉलिटिक्स भी उतना ही फॉलो करता था। तो इसीलिए
पहले भी फॉलो करते थे?
हाँ, पहले भी।
हाँ।
और इसीलिए मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था कि जिस तरह बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट जो वादा करके वो सत्ता बनाई है, वो वादा नहीं निभाए हैं। अगर आप झूठ बोल के अगर सत्ता पे आ जाते हो, उसके बाद आप फुलफिल नहीं करते हो, तो वो सही बात नहीं है। तो मुझे बहुत खराब लगता है कि जब आप बोलते हो कि वी हैव डिमोनेटाइजेशन के समय पे आपने कहा कि काला धन वापस लाएंगे, उसके वजह से 15-15 लाख आप लोगों के अकाउंट में जाएंगे, सभी भारतीय के अकाउंट में, गरीबों के पॉकेट में, अकाउंट्स में जाएंगे। वो आज तक नहीं हुआ। इसके अलावा आप बहुत सारी चीजें आप देख लीजिए, जैसे अभी लॉकडाउन का समय ले लीजिए। लॉकडाउन के समय इतने सारे माइग्रेंट्स 200 किलोमीटर से लेके कितने तकलीफ में गुजरे हैं, और रेलवे ट्रैक्स में वो लोग आराम करने के लिए दे स्पेंट अ नाइट नॉट नोइंग दैट द ट्रेन विल रन ओवर देम। So who is responsible for all these things? If you are running a government, I personally feel that you have to have a solution before announcing something major like this. When a Bollywood star will come and do the job of yours, like Sonu Sood in this case has done it, and why can't the government do the same thing when they are in power? There are so many reasons to tell all the viewers.
Okay, so let's open this up. You're saying Sonu Sood had to do the governance job. Some would say, Manoj, that that politics still needs cricketers like yourself. So obviously, it doesn't matter kaun si party hai. Everybody needs a little bit of star power. Both the Trinamool and the BJP have made their opening remarks. Let's open this up for other reactions. Indradeep, let me start with you. How do you see this election playing out? BJP leader Arun Jaitley used to famously say about the party in Bengal that you need to convert what is a cultural Hindu into a political Hindu. Do you believe that there are signs of that happening? Because if you look at the numbers, the BJP has had a massive vote share gain from 2014 to 2019. Indradeep.
Yeah, hi. Yes, you are right that BJP had a massive gain, but as they say, the devil lies in the details, right? So if you see, the gain is from 3 seats to whatever seats, but the more important figure here would be the vote percentage, right? As you should agree, right? So the vote percentage for BJP, if you look at 2016 assembly elections, it was 11%, 11 point something. 2019 Lok Sabha, if we convert it into assembly segments, it went up to about 41%. Now, this is the meteoric rise that we talk about, and the BJP leaders and anyone who is familiar with the political developments of the state talks about. And now, whose vote is it? What is this quantum leap? What does this quantum leap come from? Right? The significant thing is that it does not come from the TNC vote bank, because the TNC vote bank from 2016 assembly elections to 2019 Lok Sabha converted into assembly segments goes down by only a few point percentage, not even 1%.
Okay, it's basically the left vote
and the
shifted.
Congress.
The left and the Congress vote shifted majorly to the BJP. So how do you make sense of that? And we can put up those numbers on our banners in the vote share, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Just one more point I want to make. This election is going to be interesting because it is a bipolar election. It is Modi versus Mamata, whatever Miss Paul might think. It is Modi versus Mamata. It is a bipolar election, Trinamool versus the BJP. But that doesn't mean that the Congress and left alliance has no role to play. I mean, indirectly, it is that alliance which is going to matter the most, right? Whose vote share can it eat into, right? That is going to be the big question. It is a bipolar election where the third entity, and you never know when a fourth entity comes up. There are other entities who are trying to sort of, enter the battle, enter the ring. And they will be the kingmakers in a way, right? Because the question comes down to whose vote they can eat into. Because in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the vote share that increased for the BJP was not a swing from the Trinamool. It was a swing from the left and Congress alliance, because left voters felt that there is no point voting for their party, and they have a long held up grudge against Mamata. They're yet to come to terms with the fact that here is a lady, right, who shattered the communist bastion, the communist fort, right, of so many stalwarts, leftist stalwarts. So that long held grudge against Mamata, and they found that BJP is the option, in order to take her on. So that is what happened in 2019. I'll just make one more point. And if you also look at numbers...
I want to go to the others. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just one more minute. If you look at the numbers of the states where BJP, which went to the polls after the 19 Lok Sabha elections, everywhere from the Lok Sabha vote percentage, BJP's vote percentage in the assembly election went down drastically. In Maharashtra, it was 9% less than the Lok Sabha. In Haryana, it was 22% less than the Lok Sabha. In Jharkhand, it was 22% less than the Lok Sabha vote percentage. So in all the states, BJP lost vote percentage in Vidhan Sabha elections compared to Lok Sabha elections. Maybe it is seen as a central party. Maybe it is, maybe there is no alternative at the center. Right, there are part-time politicians at the center. We know.
Okay, let me. You made many points, but the fact is, this vote share jumped from 16.8% in 2014 to 40.25% in 2019. The fact is that the BJP actually crossed 100 assembly segments. If we can please change the banner and have that on our graphics as well. It crossed 100 seats, right? And I wanted that to Angimitra, but let me open that up on the reasons for that. Anik, how do you read the popularity of the BJP at this point? Anik?
Well, I wouldn't know about popularity or percentage, because I really don't know whether whatever polls they are doing, whatever surveys they are doing, whether one can rely on them at all. One thing I would like to point out, which was briefly touched upon by the previous speaker, and I would request all of you to speak a little loudly for me, because I can't. I mean, it's not intelligible for me. I mean, it's just about audible, and hence, if you can just raise your voices a little bit for me, then I can be. I've just lost the context, but coming back, I will say that first of all, this binary between BJP and TMC has been perpetuated, for a very long time by the mainstream corporate media. with a very clear purpose. I'm not getting into the details. Everyone knows about it. And even here, if you see, and we get to hear the news only on social media. I mean, like, you know, most of the 95% of the English and Hindi media are kind of, bought by the BJP. Here, it's the other way around. Here, Mamata Banerjee gives ads worth crores every day to some of these people who survive on that because their readership has plummeted because they don't give news anymore. They will actually, it is like an emergency, undeclared, because the headlines and everything is vetted first, and if they deviate it, they get a rap on their knuckles, and the very next day you see they're trying to compensate for that, and their ads go up and down depending on the faux pas of the Trinamool Congress. And even here, if you see, you've been influenced by this. Here you have representatives from the BJP and from the Trinamool Congress, and there are three people who are supposedly neutral. So you don't have the representation. But I think, I mean, I can't take so much time in explaining, but I disagree with the previous speaker. I don't have the numbers at my fingertips.
Okay, let me get Snigdhendu. Let me get Snigdhendu in since I don't think there's any deliberate conspiracy here. But I just Snigdhendu, if you can explain the rise of the BJP. One explanation we saw from Indradeep was that the left and the Congress vote, like the joke that was made that Bam became Ram. But how do you see this? Yeah, I'll come back to you, Anik. I can't. I don't know. We'll try and fix the shot to you. Go ahead, Snigdhendu.
Yeah. So basically, I will speak about two aspects. One is how the BJP became powerful, how they rose.
Yeah.
This is definitely because Mamata Banerjee did not want any opposition here. So from after coming to power in 2011, for 2 years, TMC allowed a kind of democratic atmosphere. But since from the 2013 panchayat elections, they started to destroy Congress and the left, and this increased after the 2016 assembly elections. By 2013 and 2016, the TMC had almost halved the left and the Congress's power, from MLAs, MPs to panchayat and municipality members. There were police running after opposition workers. Their houses were being attacked. Even CPIM Central Committee members' house got ransacked in Bankura district. So by 2017, there was a kind of atmosphere after, between 2014 and 2017, Modi and Amit Shah, their repeated attempts at Bengal, they actually assessed the political vacuum very quickly, that there is no opposition against Mamata, and so they invested full power. And from 2017, it is only from 2017 that they pushed for Hindutva, not before that. Before that, they were only trying to give voice to the left and Congress supporters who were facing atrocities of TMC. The death knell for TMC was the 2018 panchayat elections. That was a mockery of democracy. They didn't allow contest, and whenever left or Congress members managed to dare too many things to submit their nominations, they scared of voters on the polling day. There were violence even on counting day.
Now what do you see happening? We have the first phase of the elections announced. It's going to be from the 27th of March. I just want to take around, you explained, Snigdhendu, the rise of the BJP. But Angimitra, I just want to bring this to you. You have said it's going to be Mamata versus the people. But you do have a slew of public celebrities, whether it's Manoj Tiwary or others, getting divided between these two parties. And it's clearly going to be a bipolar election. How do you see someone like Manoj Tiwary, who's there with you? How do you see his entry into politics? And how do you
Manoj,
explain the fact? And how do you explain the fact that the BJP has taken so many people from the Trinamool Congress, including Dinesh Trivedi? I mean, if these people were people you ideologically oppose, then how come you open your doors for so many people from the Trinamool?
Barkha, Manoj is a very good friend of mine, and I would have been happy if he would have joined us. But nevertheless, whoever works for the people of Bengal, we are happy with it. But he made a wrong choice. He should have at least consulted me, before tying hands with Didi. It was a shocker, actually, when I saw his name. I didn't know why he took such a bad decision. But celebrities can join BJP, celebrities can join TMC, but people of Bengal know that that wouldn't have an effect, because ultimately whoever it is, celebrities or non-celebrities, they need to work for the people of Bengal. We have seen many celebrities join in 2019 and even before that, but they lost, including Miss Munmun Sen. So I don't think that really matters. There are hard issues. People of Bengal doesn't have employment, educated children sitting at home, and parents need to see that the day after day, children are not getting any employment. Thousands and lakhs of children are going abroad or to other states of India. We say Calcutta is an old age home, thanks to Didi. It's a huge
So
old age home that Didi has
you
created.
you
No
yeah.
health system, nothing at all. We have seen in the last 12 months after Corona, during Amphan, the kind of stealing that they have done, it is so shameful. The central government is sending money for the poor. This government is stealing it. And now that the investigation is going on, my honorable CM is running from post to pillar to post, to stop the investigation. I don't know why she wants to stop, but there has been an advertisement in the paper. She gave from the government that whoever has stolen, please return the money. So people of Bengal, trusted her as a girl of our family. What she is now trying to promote, Bangla Nijer Meke Chai. She never has been Bengal's own child. She has been the daughter of the Rohingya family.
But I just want to talk about the CBI and the use of the CBI in these elections. But I'll just let Manoj Tiwary to your comment that he's made a huge mistake. Manoj, go ahead.
No, for her, obviously, it looks like I've made a wrong decision, but I was pretty clear. See, I born here, raised here. People have loved me, gave me so much of respect, affection, everything. And the reason why I did not go with BJP, like I mentioned, couple of points, then they want to play this politics with Ram, Bhagwan Ram. So which I don't believe in. भगवान के नाम पे सिर्फ इलेक्शंस के मुद्दे बनाए जाते हैं और ये एक ही दल करते हैं, वो बीजेपी करती है. और हाँ, मेरे पास ऑफर था, ऐसा नहीं कहूंगा कि बीजेपी वाले नहीं आए थे, मेरे पास आए थे. मैं सब सोच समझ के ही ये निर्णय लिया हूँ और मेरे सिद्धांत जो मुझे कहता है मैं वही करता हूँ. और अग्निदी ने अभी कहा कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं है यहाँ पे. और अब याद करके देखिए, हमारे बीजेपी के प्रधानमंत्री साहब जो हैं नरेंद्र मोदी जी, वो क्या बोल के आए थे सत्ता पे, 2 करोड़ जॉब देंगे एवरी ईयर. कहाँ है जॉब, बताइए. मेरा यही कहना है कि जब आप झूठ बोल के आते हो और उस झूठ के वजह से लाखों लोग जाते हैं, फार्मर्स सुसाइड करते हैं, लोग गरीब लोग ट्रेन के पटरी पे आके कट के मर जाते हैं, तो आपको दुख नहीं लगता? आप किसी भी बाकी इंसान के लिए आप आंसू बहाते हो राज्यसभा में, मतलब रिस्पेक्टेड आदमी के लिए नाम आंसू बहा रहे हो, बहुत अच्छी बात है, वो सम्मान आप दे रहे हो, लेकिन थोड़ा सम्मान और थोड़ा आंसू बाकी गरीबों के लिए और फार्मर्स के लिए भी दिखाइए. हाँ,
Chale,
lot of other points,
lot of other points, but we have just 5 minutes left, so I need to actually take comments. Also, the role of the CBI and the fact that Mamata Banerjee's nephew Abhishek is now being investigated. Indradeep, how do you see this playing out?
Yeah, this is only to be expected. I think that's the that's the comment that I would like to make. That it's only to be expected that before an election, the central agencies would be overactive, right? And the state government had an opportunity to pay BJP back in the same coin, when they went after Rakesh Singh, and it became a game of one-upmanship. Right. The point that I want to make here is that it's good that we are talking about real issues, right? Whether Ram versus Durga is not an issue. It is not a political issue, right? In a state like West Bengal, there are so many issues, right? So it's good that we are talking about those real issues. So if we can really sort of put the two sides on together, right? So what is working for TMC? Now, let us see what is working for TMC. In my opinion, working for TMC, number one is Mamata Banerjee, right? Her individual charisma and her public, appeal. Working for TMC is her social welfare schemes. Let's
The Duare
mince
Sarkar.
words. Duare
Yes.
Sarkar, right? Shastra Shati, right? Kanyasri, the 5 rupees canteen. It's working for her. Working for her is her party's organization, right? That she has bolstered, right? Working for her is whatever good work she has done, roads, electrification, right? Universities set up, working for her, right? Working for her is the 27% minority vote, right? And working for her, last but not the least, is Bengali ethnic pride, right? Bangla nijer mekei chai. Even the most prominent Bengali news channel is instigating Bengali pride. I saw a hoarding, right? Banglar Khobor from Banglar channel, etc. So what is working against Mamata? Anti-incumbency, 10 years in power, so anti-incumbency bound to be there. Working against Mamata is rampant corruption, right? The level of corruption that this party has reached from in every aspect, right? The daughter-in-law of a minister has got 13 appointments in the recently released medical service appointments, right? She has been appointed as a professor of nephrology, also as a professor of biochemistry, also as a assistant professor of orthopedics. So many streams, which is absolutely
So
shamelessly.
you believe, sorry, I'm running out of time. You believe it's going to be
So
a tight
corruption
election?
working against her,
Got it.
Modi's image, defection, these are working against Mamata, and also working against Mamata would be bigotry, the seeds of which have been sown by BJP, right? This is, in my opinion, what is going.
Snigdhendu, do you want to quickly add to that? What's working for and
Yes,
against Mamata
yes.
Banerjee?
Of course, working for her are the policies and the good work of her government, which has essentially been pro-poor, and there has been many social welfare schemes. Some of them are highly acknowledged. Working against her is the lack of democratic space for opponent and corruption. What I will just like to add about statistics, electoral statistics, how it goes, that there is a common concept that the left vote went en masse to BJP in the Lok Sabha elections, because the left's vote share reduced from 29% to just 7%. So this 22 share, there was a dip, and the BJP in contrast gained 22% share from 17 to 23% to 40. So people generally considered that the left 22% went to BJP. But if we look at if we have a closer look at the booth level electoral analysis, not assembly level, not Lok Sabha level, at the booth level, we can clearly see that left votes from the Hindus went to BJP, left vote from the Muslims went to TMC, because in all Muslim dominated booths, TMC won 86 to 90 to 95%. Left did not get any Muslim vote.
Okay, I'm out of time. Anik, do you want to, if you can hear us, do you want to add a very brief 20-second closing comment?
Yeah,
because I'm at the end of the show.
Because
go ahead.
I disagree with most of what has been said, and I don't have the time to say all that.
Well,
all
I'm sorry, you couldn't.
Go ahead. And BJP are the same. We call it BJMool. Trinamool is the prep school for BJP. They kind of groomed them, and in fact, Mamata was the one who ushered in BJP with their support. She was a minister in their cabinet. She sent bouquets to Modi after Godhra when he won the chief minister, won the assembly elections there, and she's, by her blatant minority appeasement, is constantly feeding BJP the opportunity to kind of, consolidate the Hindu votes. So,
Okay.
And I mean, there's no time, so I could have.
Yeah, I know you couldn't hear us for
3 hours. That BJP and
we'll get you back. We'll get you back when we have more time, because today is really on the poll dates.
Democratic Alliance.
Yeah, very quickly, 20 seconds to you, Agnimitra. One issue that you think will make or break this election. I'll ask the same question to you and Manoj. One issue that you think will make or break this election. Agnimitra.
Employment.
Unemployment?
Main issues.
Say that
Unemployment
again.
And women's security.
Unemployment and women's security. Manoj, one issue that will make or break this election?
See, they don't have any face, chief ministerial face. So obviously, no one is going to obviously come near to Mamata Didi.
All right, we leave it there. This is going to be a fascinating election. The poll dates have been announced. It's going to be an 8-phased election. The first phase is beginning from the 27th of March. We thank our panel. We'll have all of you back, I'm sure, to analyze this fascinating election. Thank you in the meantime, and thank you to our audience for watching. Goodbye. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.